Our next TU Hall of Famer is Arnau Brugues from men's tennis.
Arnau was a great tennis player. Probably one of the best tennis players I've ever seen play. His record speaks for itself. You know, he was four-time All-American.
Very competitive in the classroom. I mean, he wanted to be the best in his class, as he does on the tennis court. Highly organized person, doesn't think he's great, so he does everything in preparation to make sure he's ready to go in whatever he's doing. A very special player.
Arnau was a fierce tennis player, and that's probably the best way to describe him. Arnau was a very cerebral player, but he had kind of an entire package of a very thoughtful player, very intense. He had a lot of talent, and he put all of that talent entirely to good use.
Arnau Brugues came to Tulsa from the Catalonia region of Spain after being one of the top junior players in that country.
He was unlike anyone else. He was probably the most sought-after tennis player in the country at the time. He was being recruited by every top program in the country.
And it didn't take long for Brugues to make his mark, taking out one of the top players in college tennis in his first season at TU.
Everyone knew that Arnau was good, but no one knew yet how good he was. And that match kind of removed all doubt of how good he was. He beat the #1 player from Texas A&M in about 45 minutes.
Well, I think he a very good tactician. He had a very good forehand. His serve got better in college, his transition got better in college, and his backhand was his weakness. And he really made the improvements that for him to go to the next level, his backhand needed to match his forehand.
Arnau continued to improve, and in his second season in the fall, he won the ITA All-American Singles Championship, beating John Isner of Georgia.
Well, it was a big deal for us because that's one of the hardest tournaments to win, and he did it at home. He did it, his parents were here, their first time to Tulsa, and it was pretty neat.
It was a packed house, and it was a close match, and Arnau ended up winning, and it was just unbelievable. John Isner, he's almost 7 feet tall, and he would give everyone trouble with his serve, but Arnau was so mentally tough and focused that he figured it out.
So to be the first national champion for his university, I think meant a lot. But I think what it also meant to him was that it solidified himself as one of, if not the best player in the country.
5 times in his senior season, Brugues was ranked #1 in the nation.
Senior year, 25-0 at #1. That's pretty good.
You just watched Arnau's presence. You watched him, how he conducted himself, and you wanted to emulate that. He wasn't going to take, you know, hey, we're just going to go 75%, and he kind of led by his example.
And yes, Arnau was serious about tennis and his education, but he also had a fun side.
He was just always fun, one of the guys, you know, one of the best players in the country, probably the best player in the country, and you wouldn't know. He'd come in the mix with us, and you know, we'd all just have a great time.
He was also serious about his soccer, a big Barcelona fan.
He is just a huge FC Barcelona fan.
Andy Conley and I think, were captains our senior year, and we got to determine what everyone wore on match day.
I always remember that if it was white on white, Arnau would just refuse to wear it.
We would occasionally make everyone wear all white, which is the colors of the Madrid football team, which is his absolute arch nemesis in life.
And we're like, Arnau, we got to wear this, you know. He's like, I'm not wearing it.
Arnau would, you know, play 1 point in this all white uniform and then go change his shirt immediately.
Well, no matter what shirt he wore, he was great on the court and great in the classroom. Arnau Brugues now joins the TU Hall of Fame.
Arnau, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. You were a game changer here at the University of Tulsa.
Arnau, congratulations on being inducted into the Tulsa Hall of Fame. You're very deserving of this award. I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud to call you my friend.
Arnau, when I heard that you were being inducted into the Hall of Fame, I couldn't have been happier. There's no one that I know that deserves recognition like this more. I love you, and I can't tell you how proud I am of you.
Please welcome the newest member of the University of Tulsa Hall of Fame, Arnau Brugues.